Here in Larkspur, California, the weather isn't all that great. So, instead of building on the Rocky Ridge trails, I'm going to go ride a local trail system called Camp Tamarancho with my friend Dylan. And, with Christmas behind us, I have some new gear to test out. With my new tools, we're ready to go. But before we enjoy the trails, we have to bike to the trailhead first, which is actually a surprisingly long ride. Along the way, we made sure to hit all of the hidden features. Woo! We stopped for a quick snack, which was harder than I expected with all of my gear.
This is gonna be hard. What the heck? Is that mold?
After the quick bite, we kept going and finally made it to the trailhead. Woo! The trails of Tamarancho are actually maintained mostly by the public, and they do a pretty good job of it, even making awesome signs like this one. Our ride started on a trail called Alchemist, and just from riding the first few feet, you get the feel of a fun, techy, and slippery trail. As I mentioned earlier, it had just recently rained, so all of the roots covering the trail were impossible to get over. Also, you get the nice view of my top tube since I was on the wrong GoPro setting. After some more riding through the woods, we made it to the first major intersection, or in Tamarancho's case, junction. This was junction number 1. The loop that me and Dylan took consisted of 8 junctions. Did I mention junction? With the right GoPro setting, we continued on the trail. This part was basically the same as the first section, until the end, where we burst through the trees into a breathtaking, foggy meadow, which took us to junction number 2. Eventually, though, we had to keep going, so we headed out onto a fun, rockier slope. It then came to a feature where you could either go the easier way or the double black diamond way. Obviously, as any smart person would do, I chose to do the double black diamond way first. It was a medium-sized drop to flat, and since it was the first feature of the day, I wanted to do it again. After that, we kept going and eventually made it back into the trees. A little more tree riding brought us to another easier or harder intersection. The harder route, although you can't see it right now, brings you to an almost unrideable rocky hill. So, despite my want to go on all the hardest parts, we went the easier way that bypassed all the rocks. Easier way! We then climbed the hill to the third junction, and now you probably have realized that I'm wearing a camelback. Junction 3! Woo! With 3 junctions under our belt, we quickly passed through junctions 4 and 5 without any incidents. Well, you okay?
Yeah.
Well, besides that, we made it here in one piece. And by here, I mean the Skinnies, the one reason this ride took place. With its sharp turns and cool artwork, this network of Skinnies is great for practicing technical skills. And modeling? After Dylan's slippery wood crash, I started on the easiest route, which wasn't all that easy. Ooh! Oh, darn it. I was in the wrong footing. I tried again and didn't get much better. Oh! With other Skinnies to try, I decided this would be my last go.
Alright, last chance. Yes. Oh!
I'll count that as a win. I then moved on to play around on the shortest Skinnies scattered around the site. Oh! And after a little sessioning, I finally did it.
Alright. It's just gonna get dark in a little bit.
Woo! Satisfied with our riding, or maybe just scared we would lose our streak, we headed to the other one reason we came. All it took was a little climbing, or walking, to get us to the much-needed flow trail.
Flow trail time.
The starting ramp they made really shows how much they care about these trails.
Okay. Burp, 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 burp.
Fueled by a smooth descent, we hoofed it back to the trailhead. We had done it. Nothing is better than the feeling of another successful ride. Well, at least I skipped the switchback. Thanks for watching me try to make a decent video out of an awesome ride. Bye, I guess.